Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with some more Eliminator content for you. Today's stream is pretty simple. We are showing off the new do. Obviously, gotta get a look at the new haircut. But more importantly, we are getting one third of the way to our goal of 150 streamed Eliminators tonight. We will be drafting 5 Eliminators. The plan is to be doing a 5-way multi-table tonight. Should be pretty fun. I really did enjoy the last multi-table stream. It doesn't seem like it's always maybe the best thing for the viewers, but it is really fun to do. I think last time I did too many. I think 5 is a good sweet spot. So we'll be here in the next 5 Eliminator fast drafts. Just get those situated in the window. It's nice because it's actually pretty easy to just get it set up. And now that I figured out how to share windows instead of share just tabs, I think it is actually pretty simple to stream it and to do it. So pull you back to drafts. Enter another eliminator. You're gonna be the second one. Oh, no one else is following me. No one else is in multiple eliminators coming up. This is not surprising, but it is funny. We're down to waiting for 4 for our first one. Yeah, we got some camp news. It's annoying. It's very strange that it decided that for these two, it doesn't like it. Whatever. I'll turn on my phone. All right, now you get to hear some respite. Ah, yes, I appreciate that, mother. I did pretty well last time in terms of not missing a pick. I think over 9 drafts, I missed a total of 3 picks, which was more than I'd like. But I think doing half the drafts, I should be able to make all the picks I want to make. That is my hope, at least. I would really think that that's the case, but obviously you never know with these things. If it keeps giving me location errors, then I will just enter the next couple on my phone, as you do. And we're looking at the Eliminator. I would like to enter a draft, please. So we're waiting for 10 people there. Our first draft, we have the 109. Yeah, perfectly reasonable stuff. I'm going to do this draft more off ADP than my ranks. Again, with all the training camp news, it's a lot easier to have mental ranks than it is to actually have them written down and working. So I'll be drafting a lot more off of ADP. And I also want to see like where some big rises and fallers are, like Jonathan Brooks. He's up to 94 ADP, which is pretty reasonable. Neighbors in this format, still only at 38. I think that may be a price that I'm willing to target because, Blake Neighbors is pretty freaking good. Blake Neighbors is pretty freaking good. What do we got? So this is the one that's this is all right. So we got those, and we'll worry about entering the last one when we're a bit closer. But as per usual, starting off with a very, very standard draft here. Gibbs Bijan at the top. Starting off here with a very slow draft too. There we go. Picking it up a little bit. But yes, most likely what we'll get here at the 9 hole is Ashton Genty. But you never know. what people will want to pull up and stuff. It's probably actually going to be like that. Yeah, McCaffrey's consistently going ahead of JSN now, which is, I don't know. I still think like people just don't believe in JSN, I guess, without Kenneth Walker and without Clint Kubiak. I don't know. JSN's proven to be a really freaking good receiver. It's hard to not want him. But yeah, Genty's here. I think Genty's a better, going to score more points than the CD. In a lot of worlds, at a position where it's harder to score points in this format. So happy to take Gene T. I want to get that CD Lamb exposure up, but man, it's just tough with the price, and he never seems to fall past ADP, so that also just makes it more difficult. But yeah, I mean, it's nice doing some of these drafts after I've looked at my BBM and like normal contest exposures, because I can remind myself why I'm so overweight Omarion Hampton in the Eliminator is at least partially because I don't have almost any of him in the other style of contest, because I think he's so much better in the Eliminator with the Chargers schedule and all this other stuff. I really do think that Hampton is a better Eliminator pick, so I want to be obviously taking him there more. We'll go ahead and enter one more Eliminator on the phone, pull up the tab, get everything situated. It'll be nice, and it'll be great. We will be officially 50 drafts in after tonight, which is really cool, I think. Obviously, we're still way behind the fill rate, but we'll have time to catch up to it, especially as we do more of these streams. But I think for the 50th 51st draft, I want to probably do something special with it, sit down and have it beat some things. We got Cobb, we got 4E. 4E is definitely the new one. So we'll update if any of these do anything crazy. But here we've got the draft rolling out pretty simply. Neighbors hasn't gone yet. Pretty standard drafting. Obviously looking a little bit strange at the Nakua London stuff. Got to just be careful with that. But otherwise, very reasonable starts here. Just sitting at 33, watching. Now Kyron goes. Our next draft starting with us at the 1.6. Pretty nice. Get ourselves most likely a really good running back. Devonta Smith going in this draft. Yeah, this left side of the board is really slow for this draft. Lots of people really using their clock. It's not necessarily bad, but it does make things take a little bit longer. Yeah. Rashee Rice goes. Yeah, Travis Etienne. It's like Josh Jacobs is not someone that I'm going to do that for Neighbors. We're at 33. Neighbors probably doesn't come back to us at 40. We'll go ahead and click on him. It's pretty good to get middle first round receivers in the third round if they're actually going to play, and especially because I haven't not been drafting him at all because I've been under the assumption he doesn't play. That means when his price goes up because he's going to play, I have to accept that I should be taking some of him. Let's say, and then freaking wide receiver avalanche goes behind me. So we're hoping this guy doesn't take our boy. And we'll get Travis Etienne in the 4th with the 40th overall pick. Wow, that feels really nice. Second draft that we're in has started pretty simply. Gibbs, Bijan, Chase Nakua, top 4 picks. Stay pretty consistent, and then Jonathan Taylor goes. So my ranks say JSN. ADP says McCaffrey. My exposures give me a slight lean toward JSN. I'm going to go ahead and do JSN. I think I want those early receivers because I think they're pretty good. So you gotta get those receivers when you can. And I'm not super worried about my McCaffrey exposure in either direction. Like he's either going to nuke or he's going to get injured or flop or just not be in the right situation. I find it very difficult to believe that McCaffrey just ends up having a normal season. So you got the 1.10 in our third draft that's going on. I find it very difficult to believe that McCaffrey just has a mass season. And I think part of the good thing about that is now it makes it a little bit more reasonable for the optimal strategy possibly to be, I just sort of took 9 or 10% of the player because they're very volatile and let what may fall may fall. Lots pretty big fall in Ashton GT. Cute. Marion Hampton goes. So Amon-Ra GT start must feel really nice for that guy. Not going to see a lot of that in the contest. Yeah, so if A-Chain and Brown both go, it's a pretty clear sign that we should be continuing to hammer receiver or tight end or something. Chase Brown goes, so I think over A.J. Brown, Brock Bowers is our pick. Don't always get a ton of elite tight end, but seems like a good spot for it. Next, we're getting close to being up in the draft where we started Gene T. Hampton, Etienne, and Malik Neighbors, which is pretty close to the style of teams that you could actually get in these drafts with Malik Neighbors, even later in the 50s or the 60s. Yeah, we started to hit the place in this draft. We're not super excited about any of the wide receivers. So Psychic is saying it's a great time to take Colston Loveland or Lamar. Lamar's not there. I was going to take Lamar over Loveland. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it is Loveland here. I don't really love the prospect, but very close to Tyler Warren. Like when Colston Loveland falls past ADP in this contest where he's already getting pushed down. Yeah. Pretty simple. It's either CD or Genty. We'll go ahead and go CD this time. I want to take CD over Genty sometimes. And this just felt like a good time to do that. So I did. Sometimes it's just that simple. Yeah, we've got some very close picks here. So Gene T. Hampton, Etienne, Neighbors, Loveland, saying, take your running back. It's saying Ramondre over Pollard. I think I do agree with that, actually. I really do think that it's possible that he's just there. We're going to go grab Neighbors there. And, I guess we'll do Etienne. No, we'll do Hampton. Now, if we have enough time, we'll get Etienne. And Neighbors. It's not super common combo, but obviously we're not worried about that as much for the Eliminator. Yeah. No, it's hard. We're almost draft here. It's always hard when these whatchamacallit, these drafts have their picks very close to the same time. It's always a little bit frustrating. You're like, I don't know. I don't know what I need to draft. I don't know what's going on, which doesn't feel great. Yeah, this team's started looks really nice to me. I really love the 4 running backs and the tight end, and then Malik Neighbors. Like, I mean, if I if I drafted this team a month ago, I'd be like, "What the hell is this?" But I really like our first 4 picks. My hope is that Neighbors is able to be hitting the ground running for this team. Obviously, that's not necessarily my hope for my portfolio as a whole, but for this these teams that have Neighbors on them, obviously, I prefer that Neighbors do something early in the season, but can't control that, so I don't think about it too much. Oh wow, this went from 11 to 5 really quickly. But looks like we don't have any David Montgomery, and the sidekick is telling us, "Why don't you grab some David Montgomery?" And if I'm allowed to, I probably will. I'd be surprised if David Montgomery was not some sort of workhorse. So getting him in the 4 offense that is supposed to be at least in that good, not great tier feels really nice. Feels really nice to not have 0 of him. I'm sure I'll feel that way when I get my DeAndre Swift pick as well. It's like, okay, I at least have some exposure to this guy. Yeah, I probably shouldn't sit on the one that's 8 picks away when I have multiple that are 3 picks away. So this one's going to be first. We went Etienne and then Lamb. And we're sitting here looking like it's going to be a 3rd Neighbors team. Sure. I'm not above just saying. The psychic probably knows more about that than me. Dobbins, Brooks. Let's go Reed here. We need the right receivers. Oh, and we get Chase here at 4. That feels really nice. I think Puka's in a little bit of a tier of his own, so I don't have to take Puka, and I get to take a better player. That makes me pretty happy. So we got Jaden Reed in there. Malik Neighbors and Jaden Reed is the core of this wide receiver room. Man, Psychic wants to get some green in there, but do I really need that much more green after Genty, Hampton, Etienne, Ramondre? I don't think so. But again, what the heck do I know about that especially? Yeah. Deegan's pretty easy, I think. We're going to get more of this Scatterable stuff. Maybe I should have taken Scatterable there. Just say the Giants, Neighbors is healthy and the Giants are good. That could have been an angle, but not one that I saw. We have Herbert. I really do like this offense. So happy to pick up Herbert there. I just, don't want to actually do anything crazy. So we won't do anything crazy. We'll just grab Devontae Adams on this team. Our last draft, we got the 1.9 again. All right. Well, at least we got our 1.3 somewhere in this draft, but lots of right-hand side of the board players here that will be on these 5 teams, obviously, because that's where we can draft from. Okay. While I have a little bit of a lull, I'm going to sort of check how much the AC can be heard. Let's quickly go there. Quickly go there. Quickly click on that and click on that. And we should be good. And we have the stream coming up, and we are blowing some air. And we will stop the cold air, see if there's any difference. Yeah, there is. Pretty big. Oh, mom disagrees. Mom says AC's fine. I can hear the difference, but it seems like Mom can't. But that's okay. Okay, I need to not be listening to myself. Yeah, we got Bowers with Chase. That's feels nice, feels easy, feels done and dusted. Getting those elite tight ends. Don't have to think about them. Yep. Standard guys going up to us drafting at 9. Gene T or Lamb. We will go ahead and do Lamb again. I'm feeling a little bit wide receiver build today, even in this contest. So pretty happy with that. Ramondre, Jadarian Price. Let's go to Jadarian Price. Why wouldn't we go to Jadarian Price? He slid a lot. We get to correlate our bets with JSN. Yeah, let's do that. My rank says more receivers for this team. This team needs more running backs, I think. I agree with the sidekick there, so we'll go ahead and pick that up. I'm just not taking Jeremiah Love. Like, when there is any talk of him possibly being behind Algier, I'm just not taking him. Not in the Eliminator. Other contests, maybe, sure. Not in the Eliminator. Wow, we're at the point where we're clicking on Wandale. We will not be clicking on Wandale. We'll go Harold Fannin and draft receivers later. But yeah, we're not taking Jeremiah Love. Instead, we will take Kyron Williams there. Here, we will take Jaylen Warren. Seems good to me. And here, I like Derrick Henry. I like the way this offense might work. Yeah, that was a bit of a whirlwind. But yeah, we got Kyron here. So we have started with Chase, Bowers, Kyron. Here we grabbed Ramondre and Jaylen Warren in that little turn. And here was the Jadarian Price pick. Here was the I'm not capitulating to big wide receiver is what this team is saying. Yeah, I agree. I think Jacoby Myers is probably better than Dobbs. I just agree with the sidekick there. But Dobbs does have the teammate thing. I'm not going to have enough wide receiver firepower almost certainly as is. So I'm going to have to get used to the buy overlaps and some weird stuff. But not there yet, alas. We got J.K. Dobbins being offered up here to us. I think Dobbins is fine. He's below where I need to be. Dak, yeah, we'll just grab J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins is a real NFL caliber rusher. Sean Payton's going to love that. I really hope Sean Payton's going to love that. But you never know with these, eccentric coaches. The ones that have been doing it for a while. But yeah. Yeah, it still feels like there's plenty of dead time. There's plenty of dead time, even when 5 drafts are going on at the same time. Like, the hardest thing is to keep track of the players you've already drafted. And for me, it's much more important to know what position I drafted and at what pick. The actual player knowledge and player takes I'll leave to other people. I just need to know, is everyone okay? That's all I need to know. Is everyone okay? And what am I going to take here? So we started with Derrick Henry, Cedric Lamb. I'm going to take Flowers over Etienne. Slightly higher chance at Etienne Wheels. We got Jonathan Brooks and RJ Harvey here. I think we'll take RJ Harvey on this team. We got J.K. Dobbins on another one. It's not the same team, so that should be good. Come here. Oh, are we going to get our ask of DeAndre Swift being clicked on? No, not when Jalen Waddle's still around, I don't think. But definitely have to think about it a little bit. Jonathan Brooks goes here. We're on the clock. Psychic says Rachaad White. My ranks say Kyle Monangai. But Jane Reed outscales all of them. And I think we'll do that in that case. Have a little bit of week 11 by McGinnon, but nothing that's crazy. Lucky Neighbors will carry us to victory. That's the hope. We got a fifth running back, or just keep on stealing people's cheese. I think we'll go with this and probably be done there. I would think we want Bucky here. Yeah, I don't see why not. And here we've got the whole Baltimore squad. Yeah, we'll just go. Oh, and Itchin came off literally the pick before me, so it was the right choice to try and send a rally turn, even though it didn't work out particularly well. Yeah, we're in the 120s right now. I think it's a bit early to bring up the Samuel signing. I will if I need to, but I think Shaheed's better. Wow, okay, it was fast. So we got Deebo Samuel out in not LA, the opposite of LA, Shipshawana. Bill Brooks does seem like an LA type of personality to me, though, at least. Maybe just to me, but just eclectic, just very, very eclectic. We're looking at quarterbacks now, I guess. Not always my favorite with the way that people get frothy about it, but you need a quarterback. Yeah, we'll take Bo Nix here, I think. Yeah, Bo Nix is good. Bo Nix has got some really, really good, some okay playoff moments. I think is probably more accurate, and prove that he had the running and throwing to be a capable passer. I will go Stroud over Shaheed. This draft definitely does need. Like this may be a like 3-4-10-1, 2-4-10-2 field. The way that these wide receivers are looking like they're going to shape out, but I really don't see any reason to be pulling in like family or anything weird for these running backs. Just gotta trust the process. That's all you can do. Jones, Darnold. Yeah. Like if we get a Mendoza, or like if Willis falls to us, like then we'll start looking at hats and stuff. But for right now, I'm happy with where we're at. I need to probably fix up my military salute, but otherwise, I'm really excited for the show that we get to share with people. It'll be our second Bo Nix share in as many drafts, which I'm not sure. I just sort of wanted the bits taste nice and give me energy, which I'm sure people that drink coffee will say that describes the entire drink, and I assure you, it does not. Here we're looking at Aaron Jones to bolster the running back room. Sounds really nice. Here we've got this balanced build, but someone's just been shitting on Pollard for no reason, so we'll say, oh, he's getting shit on for no reason. Maybe I should buy into the dip from that. Porter Cabs. I mean, if we get Lamar, like Lamar Henry Flowers, I mean, that feels really good. I'm a little bit worried about its season-long upside, but I think it is. I think it's cool, and I think it's good, and I think it can help with levels and such. So I don't mind it personally. The planning goes. I would have loved Harold Fanning. I kind of agree with Wandale right now. Just he's there. He'll get your targets. He'll be enough of a go-getter to sort of anticipate problems and help them out before they spiral. It's good. It's great. Travis Hunter goes. Would have loved him on this team. So we got two that are one pick away and one that is two. So I think We're gonna. Ugh. This is just kind of cringe. Yeah, we've got. We'll do Cam. I trust Cam more and more. J.K. Dobbins. Callum, I think, over J.K. Here, just with the way everything has been spread out, we got Tate, Pollard, Price. Yeah, I haven't heard of any of these guys, but I mean, sorry, I've heard of all of them. I just was not expecting to be able to draft them. Mainly because I wouldn't think that I would even be considering drafting them until probably the next turn. So the fact that they're here is certainly interesting. I'm gonna go Stroud. I'm gonna go 3 quarterbacks, I think, for this build. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with that. So just betting on this Texans offense to take a step forward. I really hope they can. I really think they can. That's why I picked them. We're back to Indiana. We just took Cam Ward to give us our 3 blues. I think we'll go ahead and fade. Yeah, fade to blues. We'll keep. Thanks. I don't think anything crazy has happened in this draft. I mean, like other than pretty standard stuff of quarterbacks going before where I think they should, but can't really blame that on people. They're doing the best with the information that they have. It's just not a lot of information that they are being willing to be trusted with. So, yeah, we're on the clock. Debo goes. Algier could be it. No, I heard it a while ago. Yeah, we'll go Algier here, and no tight end. We'll go Kincaid here. Hurt another poor soul with the ballad of Dalton Kincaid because it's scary having a strong opinion on him either way. And I don't want to be afraid. I want to be excited. So, yeah. But we're gonna need 2 more quarterbacks, 2 more tight ends here, 100%. So it's going to be a 3, pretty standard, like 3-5-7-3 then, which makes sense. The balance of the cards, get everything worked. I think that works really well. So we're 1 pick away. It's saying Stroud is our best option. Man, wow. But I'm going to take Chris Rodriguez. He's slipping past ADP off of this injury news. It could just really be a key if things fall his way. Yeah. I think Jonathan Brooks. I want to be more conscious about taking him, so let's grab him there. We'll go J.K. Dobbins here. Just got to really hope that he continues the rest of the season healthy. If he can make it happen, he can be a smash. But you're not really confident in whether or not it's going to happen. So you don't want to push it too hard, obviously. But yeah, we'll go ahead and grab Travis Hunter here. Get a way to deal with all those week 11 buys. Just in general. We got to get the draft board down. Terrible. We got Mendoza, not looking into that anymore. I think Judy's probably where I would land. Is everyone all right with that? Seems like it. We'll have that whenever we're supposed to be playing it. I don't know how to play it necessarily, but it is loaded. We're on the clock. We got our Jerry Judy. Feels good. Purdy with the week 17 correlation or Mahomes. I think I'll take Purdy with the week 17 correlation with someone on this team. We're looking at 88, Jonathan Brooks versus Sutton or Quentin Johnston or Jordan Addison. Yeah, I'd rather take Jonathan Brooks. I'd rather take Jonathan Brooks. Right, on the clock here. This draft's almost done. Got to really be back about Dontavian Wicks, and I'm just going to keep adding to it. So I think it is very likely that there will have to be some improv moments there, which is really fun. Wish I got to take the class, but alas, hope my mother's having a great time with it. Yeah, it is a different beast doing these streams from the East Coast versus doing them from the West Coast, because I am like legitimately tired and drained right now when I'm doing these on the East Coast. And it was not that way when I was not worried about it. Yeah, grab Cam Moore too. Yeah, two really nice, easy picks. Like I can. Oh crap! Let's see if I can switch that. I'm going to take Barner over Sadiq just so I have more optionality about only having the two tight ends for the team. A little bit worried about that, but it should be fine. For Bowers to pay off his ADP, we need him to be a mega nuclear smash. That's what I was trying to say there. But, sometimes words just jumble together. Yeah. Saying Schultz here. Early quarterbacks are Nix and Cam Warren. And it's not looking better past that. Yeah, we'll go ahead with Kincaid, grab Schultz here. Seems totally fine. What else is doing good on their pick timers? No one's super close. Don't have to go, I need this before I can draft. No, we're all good. Kyler would obviously be nice. Stafford might even be better. Yeah, my guess is Stafford's going to be better for this team. But I am not sure. And obviously, it might not be a choice. It may just be like, whatever. No, but it is a choice, and I will take Stafford. One pick away over here. I guess we're taking Fannin. I really like him, and he's the top by 80 now. And the kick, yeah. Let's roll with our duck-footed king. Got lucky on this last year, but I got Javonte really cheap. And also, I'm going to quickly make this pick. We'll go Calvin Ridley. What was I saying? Yeah, sometimes I forget things. So it's important. I'm sure I'll see it pop up again. I am 100% sure that it will pop up soon. Not the best visuals on the StreamYard, but it'll do. It's fine. Obviously, you want to make sure that your guest is having a good experience. It's very important. Yeah, let's go with because all the reporting is saying that he is going to play at some point in time this year, which is wild. And when he's on the field, he earns targets. Like he really does earn those targets. So yeah, I think it might be interesting to see what happens when Nathan switches, but that's another thing for another day. Yeesh. Some bad injury news with Worthy makes me kind of not want to pick him. Who did we take? We got auto-drafted. It was Bo Nix. That's fine. Yeah, and we can stop at two quarterbacks. That's totally okay with me. Now on the clock, our final pick for this eliminator. So we'll make the pick and then we'll recap. And Ted Hurst, Pat Bryant, Elijah Surratt. Let's do the Keon Coleman thing. I think it's we didn't get it in quite in time. We got Elijah Surratt, which is close but not quite. Here we go. We'll go Jeremy Bernard. And then this team, if it doesn't have quarterback options, probably just wants to impress with Indy moves. Yes, I don't think I went on a full recap of our first team of the night. Started Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, Cam Moore. Moved on to 4 running backs: Ashton Jeanty, Marion Hampton, Travis Etienne Jr., and Ramondre Stevenson. Again, I think pretty simple. At the receiver position, we have Malik Neighbors, Jaden Reed, Jacoby Myers, Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings, Jerry Jeudy, Dontavian Wicks, Keenan Allen, and Elijah Surratt here on this team. And wrapping it up with Colson Loveland and Harold Fannin as our tight ends, which that's a really strong duo there. We got Dontavian Wicks versus Ryan Wicks. His single week selling is just like so insane, especially for a pick that costs what he does. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to speak it into existence, but I am legitimately worried about any problems that might arise with overseas. Just gotta, focus on other things and try and let it out. Please, give me Deebo Samuel. Please. How's it going, Goofy Chicken? It's good to see you. Good to see you here. Yeah, we gotta get Deebo Samuel here. Yeah. Jake Ferguson here. Yeah. Nah. I've been really into Deebo Samuel now that he's back on the Niners. He's just so underpriced in all the formats. I've been trying to scoop him up. I need to make sure that I don't time out on any picks. I don't know. Will they time out into Ricky Pearsall? I don't think so. I really hope they don't. But it's an extra incentive while I'm doing this multi-tabling thing to keep my mind as focused as it can be, so I don't accidentally have a embarrassing Ricky Pearsall share after he's already been ruled out for the entire season. That would be not good. Yeah, it's settling into some of the standard picks in this range. Cooper Hunter, I'm taking a big Jalen McMillan thing. I don't think I mind grabbing a little bit of Jalen McMillan. I don't think I mind that at all. Wow, Deebo Samuel over Tyrone Tracy, I'm not sure about. I obviously can't take Tracy on a Scatterbo team. I mean, I could. I don't think that's good. And then Deebo over Shaheed. I think I'll still take Shaheed over. And I'm not a big Higgins or Kate Mitchell guy. Yeah, that feels right. Feels good. Feels phenomenal. Yeah. I like the Ferguson pick. I think I maybe should have gone a different direction, but I was a little bit time crunched there. That would be like my mother was making me keep track of missed picks. That's probably like a half missed pick. I don't think I ended up with a bad player, and I certainly got to choose the player I wanted, but maybe if I had more time, I would end up with someone different. But we're about to have our last pick here. 2672 with Bo Nixon, C.J. Stroud at the quarterback position, and Bowers Barner at the tight end position. What is quarterback options? We can grab Cousins or Shadur. Yeah, we ain't doing that. So we'll just accept that we have to have Nixon, Stroud do a lot, and Pat Bryant with them. I love some Pat Bryant. Yeah, obviously, this is Tyquan Thornton stuff is pre-Cyrus Allen, and does not take into account the nonsense that's been going on with one Mr. Cyrus Allen and Xavier Worthy and all that crap. Yeah, we'll be grabbing Mendoza. You shouldn't be allowed to take Mendoza the slate. It shouldn't be allowed. It's so good. It's if you had a skeleton key, that might be what I think the skeleton key is. It's just it's the number one overall pick he's gonna play. Like we always get scared about these players not playing, and then they always play, and they always play. At a time that is perfectly reasonable for what we need out of them. But people are just scared. So I try not to do that. Try not to be scared in that way. We'll grab Colby Parkinson. I think, yeah. Stowers, much better in BPM style contests than this. Just can't be taking the risk here. We'll grab Debo. I think. Just keep on grabbing these Niners receivers. Now that, Ricky P will no longer be joining us for this season. Psychic says Schultz. I don't know with Bowers. I'm not sure if it's necessary. Although I'm not a huge fan of Denzel Boston. And I definitely like Schultz better than the other tight ends. So we'll go and grab Schultz. It's fine. Perfectly cromulent 2 tight end Bowers and Schultz. Just really putting our trust in Bowers and our hope in Schultz. We got Jackson Nix, Henry Scatterbo, Dobbins, Brooks, Lamb, Flower, Tate, Shaheed, Samuel, Fannin, Ferguson. This would be a good Trey Tucker. There's a lot of 13. No, it's probably just Travis Henry. Don't have to deal with bye weeks. Feel like it's a good fit on the team. Yeah, it's just Travis Henry. All right. So we got this bad boy in the 15th round and this bad boy in the 14th round. All right, so they'll finish up pretty quickly, one after the other. And then after that, as I said, pretty short stream today. We'll just be going to bed after showing off the cut, showing off the eliminator skills. It's time for bed. Do we want Gino? Probably. Couldn't update the queue. Not quite sure why, but we will go ahead and grab Gino. Veteran eliminator pick. And it goes with this team really well, I think. This running back room is not as strong as the other running back room that I went 4 running backs with, so I would be interested in having a 5th one. Here I need to keep that in mind as I try and land this plane. So yeah, we got the Purdy, Stafford, Smith start, and we got the Lamar and Bo Nix start. Yeah, I think I will need a 3rd tight end here. Not sure if it needs to be Schultz or if I can have it be, Helm or Otten, but I think I do want someone to check the mail and everything, so should be good. Yeah, we're obviously between picks here, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear out these whatchamacallit, like unused completed tabs, because they're just complete. They're done. Don't have to think about them for another bit. Yes. No, the haircut is for the show. This show is called Dear Soldier Boy, and I certainly have the opportunity to be covering one of the Soldier Boy tracks, so I have to have the hair of a soldier, which is not the super duper long stuff. That is not the hair of a soldier, unfortunately, as much as I wish it was. So got it cut this morning, and it's been a good set of rehearsals today with it cut. Everything it fits a little bit better, fits the character, fits the style of the show a little bit better. I feel a little bit more in the world, which is always what happens when you like cut your hair to get the style right, or you like finally get in the costumes that are just perfect for that show. It just sort of like leaves your brain. You're like, I don't need to think about this. It's all good. Woo! I forget. Am I going to need a 3rd tight end? Probably not. I will need a yes. So I want to end up with a 3-5-8-2 build, I think. Oh crap! Yeah, we'll grab We'll grab Schultz as our third tight end in this build. I'm thankful that I remembered Schultz was someone who I was eyeing. But yeah, we have 3 more picks here. I don't think I need another quarterback. Could always use more wide receivers. So this is 1 and 2. That's 1 and 2. I don't know. River Nick's on Tank Dell too, but I have more faith that Tank Dell's going to do something. So I'm more okay with that, personally. But yeah, Henry Scatterbo, Dobbins Brooks versus Kyron Bucky. What? That's not my team. Is it? I don't remember clicking on Bucky. Man, it's crazy how these things work. Yeah, Kyron Bucky, Pollard Brooks, Henry Scatterbo, Dobbins Brooks. Yeah, I think they both want one more running back, but neither one is like begging for it, demanding it. I'm not taking a 4th quarterback on this build, 4th tight end on this build. I need other things. Probably running back depth is the true answer to that question. But who needs running back depth when you have just infinite wide receivers? So we're going Bernard or Marshawn Lloyd, who hasn't played, but could be good. Let's go Marshawn Lloyd. I think the biggest thing I'm worried about is not getting guys there. So keep Marshawn there. No Bernard, no Tank Dell. We can do the same Marshawn Lloyd thing, or we can do a different one like Ray Davis. I haven't gotten to select a lot of Ray Davis. Let's go Ray Davis. Yeah. So we got 2 more picks from our fearless leader and everyone else in the cast. 2 more picks. Notes from our fearless leader. And then off into the wild unknown. So this is, we have 1 more spoon. 1 more spoon to eat some dessert. 1 more joyous pick to get a wonderful, wonderful team. Yeah, I mean, Debo stepping into a bigger role, Waddle and Chase being, established veterans that we know are going to probably be pretty good. And then just sprinkling on Lemon Concepcion, Dell on top of it. Yeah, that feels really nice. I think we can, definitely this last pick can be even a thick book, like a thick romantasy or something. Don't really care what the book is, but I think something to be exasperated with my character with is probably a good thing for that character. Yeah, about to be back down to just 1 draft. This one ended with Purdy, Stafford, and Geno Smith, Kyron Williams, Bucky Irving, Tony Pollard, Jonathan Brooks, and Marshawn Lloyd. Our tight ends being Brock Bowers and Dalton Schultz, and our wide receivers being Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Mekhi Lemon, Casey Concepcion, Deebo Samuel, Jalen McMillan, and Tank Dell. We have 1 last pick that needs to be made. Not doing Clark. No, we can't do justice. Xavier Legette. Let's do Xavier Legette. With all of the stuff from Panthers training camp, Xavier Legette seems to be relatively healthy. So we'll go ahead and lock that in. Huzzah. Pardon me. And we're about to finish this up. So it looks like we're not getting a 3rd quarterback. We got our 3 tight ends. We got our 5 running backs. So these last 2 picks are definitely pants. Have to be pants. He gets grabbed again, and he's the Bowers guy, so it makes sense. Bernard, Keenan, Lloyd, Cup, Hurst, and all these Ravens. I don't know. I think just going back to the basics and saying, if Keenan Allen signs, he's going to earn targets, and you're not going to like it. And you're not going to like his price after he's signed. So let's get him locked down now. And if he becomes a crazy person, so be it. That's fine by me. Yeah. So this one is Lamar and Bo Nix at the quarterback spot. The running back spot, we have Derrick Henry, Cam Scatterbo, J.K. Dobbins, Jonathan Brooke, Ray Davis. I mean, it's so good. I mean, these things write themselves. Fannin, Ferguson, Schultz as tight ends, which leaves us with a little bit of a claustrophobic receiver room here. But I'm sure we'll make it work with Lambs, Flowers, Tate, Shaheed, Debo, Travis Hunter, and convince him to come back. It's kind of funny. I would not have expected Keenan Allen and Travis Hunter to be as close as they are. I mean, it's obviously really cool that they are. But it's, sometimes you get surprised by things. Like, I'm going to be, I don't think I can do it. Nah, we'll do it. Cooper Kupp can deal with this. It's totally fine. If Shaheed and Kupp, who cares? Whatever. But no, that felt pretty decent. I think a little bit spacey there. Maybe not everything I was talking about that wasn't about football doesn't make total sense, but we are down to only 100 left. We're 33.3% of the way there, and the fill is 58.7. So have some work to do. But thank you guys for checking out the stream. It was nice to just get out and just a bunch of fantasy football stuff at y'all. And I will see y'all soon. Bye-bye.